Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. And if you look closely, we have Christmas out and ready to go. I know it's only November 2nd, but here's the thing. If you're a crafter, it's time to get ready. And that's what we're going to focus on tonight's video. Not only am I going to show you some really neat Christmas crafts, but I have 9 other friends that are going to show you as well. So get ready for a creative little Christmas marathon of amazing creative crafts and hand lettering and so much more. What am I going to make? I'm so glad you asked. We're going to make these adorable little ornaments here. And my friend Beth from the Ruffled Daisy, she makes these little cutouts and she made these little printables. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Let me show you this one. It's so cute. I don't know if I just showed you that one. Oh my goodness, there's so many to choose from. And guess what? If you get these little ornaments that she cuts out for you, you get the printables too. So get ready. I've got a whole list of people for you to watch down in the description box. And do me a favor, make sure to send them, let's say, a pink heart to let them know that Julie's Wreath Boutique sent you. And make sure to subscribe too. So let's get ready. Let's get ready for Christmas. All right, so we're going to get started by using these little cutouts that my friend Beth from A Ruffled Daisy makes. And listen, guys, you can get these too. And not only can you get this, but it also comes with all of these printables that you can use in the ornament. So you have mice, you have snowmen, you have little raccoons, you have reindeers, you have Santa, you even have the Nutcracker and these adorable hot cocoa and coffee prints. But these, it was so hard to choose from, guys, and I love the vintage Santa. So we're going to take these and we're going to get ready, and I'm going to use some white chalk paint that I had on hand, and we're going to start painting both pieces of the ornament. So you have a base piece, which who doesn't love a good scallop, right? A scallop edge is like the best thing right now in my world. I love anything scalloped. And so then you have the top piece, which will go over top, and we're going to use resin, guys. And guess what? There's no reason to be afraid of resin and using it in your crafts, especially the way that I'm going to show you how to do it. So it'll give it a nice glass-like feel, and we'll make a beautiful and also a memorable ornament to give away or just keep for ourselves. So make sure you paint it all. And listen, guys, I cannot wait for you to see all of my friends' videos tonight. It is such a fun event. Now, when you go to their channels, make sure you leave them a pink heart in their comments so that they know that I sent you. And make sure to subscribe, guys, and support local business. Watch us on YouTube and learn from all their amazing talent. Now, we're going to do some red paint here, and I will give you a little tip. I probably should have painted the center of this particular ornament a little white, because when I put the Santa picture down on it, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it, and I added the acrylic, or the, what is it called? Oh, I just said it, guys. Oh, resin. I had to think about it for a moment, but the little bit of the red came through, but it turned out just fine because Santa has a little bit of a red face. If you don't have one of these heat guns, it makes your project go so much faster. So I did paint the front and the back of my ornaments because, if they get turned around, I want it to have a nice finished look. Here is a crafty tip for you. Get some Glad press and seal. It's just a great way to like protect your surface. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to have some of this kind of color wash tint that I had on hand. I want to kind of age a little bit of this. I did age the ones that we used for the Santa look because I just felt like he had a little bit of an aged look. So I just got this from Hobby Lobby, and if you want, you could use some sort of wax as well, but I'm just using what I had on hand. So I just put a little bit on with a foam brush, and I took a wet wipe. Yes, I'm using a wet wipe. I've got some Huggies wet wipes in the studio, and they're great for crafting. So we're going to add this to the back here, and we're going to do the same thing. See, I even spilled it. So that no, Julie. That Glad press and seal wrap worked just fine. So I did it on the red as well. Again, I wanted to give it a little bit of a vintage feel just on a couple of these. So I get all of these ready to go, and now we have to do the next step. So Mod Podge is the next step. So we're going to put a little bit on each front of the base of our ornament. It's pretty much easy and straightforward. You're just going to add a little bit of Mod Podge, and then you're going to let that dry. So again, do all 6 of these for me, please, and then let it dry. I love using the technique that we're going to use. This is a very popular technique in the crafting community. So know that using the Mod Podge and then using an iron is so easy to use. A lot of people are like, wow, I didn't know you could do that. And yes, you can. You've seen me do this before. And again, I just took another Huggy wet wipe and we just kind of like wiped off the sides because we didn't need that much. Now, when it comes to the scalloped edge ornaments, you're going to need to make sure that you don't leave any paint in between those scallops, but it'll come together nicely. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We love to craft here on Julie's Wreath Boutique. Now, here is the fun part, the printables. Now, you don't have to be an artist. She does it for you. And getting a good printable for a craft, guys, this is invaluable. So I had to choose, and let me tell you, it was a hard decision, but I chose a couple of the Santas because, you know, I just love Santa Claus. And then we took an iron. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can use your own iron. Just make sure you have some parchment paper or even foil if you have don't have some parchment paper. And we're going to go over top of this ornament. Now, I use this little Cricut iron. There's a lot of little options that you can get on Amazon for a smaller iron, but know that you can do that all from my Amazon storefront. So what this does is once that Mod Podge is dry, it reactivates it. I used a piece of parchment paper here and look, it is on and it is beautiful. Now guys, let me tell you what's going on tomorrow night. I know it's November 2nd and tomorrow is November 3rd, and I'm having a workshop. And if you're somebody who loves to craft, who loves to try to sell their product, but you're having a hard time with social media, I'm your girl. So check out the description box, join my workshop. I would love to have you there. It's all about the social media formula and how it can work for you. So let me help you in that. Check it out and get into that workshop. But now we're going to finish these up. I love how this was really my favorite, the pink one. You know me, I love pink. But we're going to iron all these on and then we're going to get ready to decorate these. And yes, there's even more that we can do. And one of the things that you can do is get out some of this like sparkly glue. But before we do that, we need to use a good glue. This is more of an expensive glue, but it works really well for wood projects I've seen, and you want to kind of use it sporadically. You don't want to use too much of it, and then we're going to put it on top of the ornament. So think of this as the frame for our ornament. Now, make sure you go to the description box and order some of these ornament kits from my friend Beth. Make sure you're following her on social media, and all my friends, guys, you're going to love their content. But if you want to make something really special and have everything basically done for you, you just need to buy some paint and some glue. Guys, this is the way to go, right? So this is so much fun, and I had so much fun working with all these beautiful printables. Now, this is the sparkly glue I was using. I got this from Michael's, but there is a brand that you can get. I want to say it's called, oh, I can't think of the name, but I'll leave the links in the description box below. And I should have gotten some red sparkle glue. I really kind of regretting that I did this because I didn't have any on hand, so I went and got it. Now we went over kind of the brim of his hat with a little bit of the blue, and then I just took a popsicle stick. If you don't have popsicle sticks in your craft room, come on guys, they're a great tool. And my kids love them too to make crafts. But we're just going to add a little bit of sparkle where we can to kind of make this ornament pop. And it's also going to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. So I think you'll like that about this. Now, here's the thing. Use your creativity in this. have fun and experiment with it. I took some more of the clear glittery glue and I went around, and all the little snowflakes in this particular picture, I just added a little dot so that it would just give it a little bit more sparkle. We're going to add some at the bottom for some snow, but you can really use your imagination. And what I love about this project is all the printable options that you have. So if your thing is more animal based, then you can do, she has really cute mice and um, let's see, a raccoon and a reindeer and bears. I mean, it is adorable. I did get some of this white glitter glue and I went around the rim of our ornament. And I did this on a number of our ornaments only because I wanted it to kind of, number one, kind of fill in the space where we glued the top of the ornament down. And this was going to help kind of create a barrier as well, so that after it dried and we add the resin, which is so easy to do, by the way, it just kind of makes sure the resin doesn't leak out. Because I've done projects where they've leaked out a little bit and we don't want that. Now, this one was fun and I loved how this one turned out. I used the gold only because, this was a more of a vintage feel. So I felt like the gold was very appropriate. And then for our little nutcracker, we added little touches on his outfit here. And then, we're going to see something here in a moment. I'm going to add some pearls around it. And we added another bead of glue around the perimeter of the ornament. And then with this particular little guy, I used the gold for the antlers and for his tail and for his nose, and added some snow at the bottom. Now, I did not put resin in this particular one because I just wanted you guys to see what it would look like without the resin. And then I'm going to take this little tool. This is Gem Tack glue. This is really important. It will dry clear, but it will go on white, okay? And if you want to bedazzle anything, and I'm telling you, anything, you need this little tool. That tip is just wax. And basically, you get a flat back gem. And in this case, we're doing pearls. It allows you to pick up the gems so quickly that you just can't do it any other way. It's just much easier than using tweezers or using your hands, and it's just going to make that process go so much quicker. And I just really kind of thought that it added a little bit of whimsy to this particular ornament because it was a nutcracker and it had the pink and the golds and the silver. And I just wanted to add just a little bit extra. And I think that you could do this on any of them, but I didn't have any other like gold type of beads, or I would have done it on some of the other ornaments. But how does that look? It's so cute. Now, the last step here, we're going to use this resin. You can get this resin in a 3-pack on Amazon. I'm going to leave all the links down below. And if you're wondering, how do I bake it? Well, you're going to use one of these little contraptions, and it's really great and handy. And it is your resin baker. I don't know what you call it. It's a UV light. But one of the tips I did learn from Beth on her channel is that I put the resin bottle upside down and let some of the the little dots and bubbles that kind of create when you use resin. And it did help a lot. But then what I did was I used this little spreader. Again, get it from Amazon. I'll leave all the links down below. But I have been using resin on several projects this year. And it's a great way to make some really great gifts. So this is really a handy tool to have. And then I went and I got my heat gun, and we're just going to blow some of those bubbles out of the way. This was really a game changer. I remember I was on Amazon Live a few weeks ago and somebody mentioned you could use a heat gun. And I'm like, what a great idea. So after you do this part, and I like this because it kind of moved all the resin to the side, I opened up my little portable UV light and we just put our ornament underneath of it for 2 minutes, and it bakes it and it comes out beautifully. Now you can see I did the little beard of our little Santa here. I just kind of had fun with it with all the little curls, and I added the gold glue, and then we're going to add resin to that, and this is how it turns out. Isn't that adorable? I just love the glass look, and honestly, you just can't go wrong with this. I mean, so beautiful. This one, I had a few bubbles, but it's so beautiful. I love how it turned out. But if you guys want to learn how to do this, again, get your ornaments from Beth. Everything will be linked down below. And guess what? Go watch my friends. It's a creative little Christmas, a YouTube collab, and I want you to give them all my love. Leave a pink heart in the description. And guys, we'll see you next week with a brand new video on Julie's Wreath Boutique. Bye-bye.